Now I've sprayed my pan with a little nonstick spray, and I want it to get to a golden brown where I know it's super, super hot. And then I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil, about 2 tablespoons altogether. And since this is an Asian-inspired dish, let's throw in a little sesame oil as well. So maybe about a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half. I love that nutty flavor, that nutty smell of sesame oil. Now I have a pound of ground chicken here. This is a really easy recipe to do either with chicken, you can do it with turkey, you can also of course do it with beef. And I'm just gonna add that to the pan. Hot sizzle. Kind of think stir fry anytime you're doing Asian cuisines. You want to cook everything as quickly as you can cook it. Get a nice color on it, but you don't want to overcook it. So we're not trying to turn this into patties. We just want a good quick cook on this chicken breast. Now just before it's done, I want to add a couple of things to it. First of all, some red pepper flakes. Just a pinch will do for this. Ah, that's perfect. And I'm going to add some soy sauce. And let's just put that on our chicken. And continue to cook. Oh, the flavors here are great. Now you can see how simple this is. It only takes just a couple of ingredients to get started and make that delicious chicken base. And we're almost cooked all the way through. The key is to make sure that you really stir it around. See that there's no pink left, because you want all of this chicken well done. Now you can also do this with tiny cubes of chicken. That works great. Just make sure they cook a little bit slower. So be sure that you're checking the temperature of that chicken. Okay, now I'm just gonna put this on simmer. So all the sauce goes into that chicken. I know it's all completely done. And that red pepper flake has a chance to just kind of meld in there. Okay, while that's simmering for just a minute, I'm gonna make some simple sauce. This is just a chili sauce, an Asian chili sauce. You buy it in the store. It's a sweet product, so sweet Asian chili. Make sure you don't substitute the hot chili paste for this. That's not what you want in this recipe. And then I'm going to put in a little more soy or ponzu, about 2 tablespoons. And I want to mix in about 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. Now the peanut butter can be chunky or it can be creamy, but the creamy of course makes the prettiest sauce. Sometimes you just kind of have to break up that peanut butter. This is a natural peanut butter, so it tends to be a little bit thicker. All right, and then let's add some ginger root. I love to work with ginger root. It has such an amazing flavor. And I remember when I was a kid, we actually didn't have ginger ale all the time, but we made our own ginger ale with ginger root and some sparkling water. Works great. A little bit of simple syrup. All right, so let's stir that in. And then let's get that ginger root grated. Now for this recipe, you can chop up your ginger root or you can grate it. I particularly like it grated simply because you get all of that wonderful ginger root juice. It goes into this sauce and it just distributes the flavor even better. There we go. Just gonna lay that to the side. Now let's take a piece of ginger root. And you know what this looks like. It's just a wonderful root. You can even grow that here, believe it or not, in Virginia. Ginger root grows great. Oh, the smell is just so intense. If you have a cold, and I've had one for a week now, Ginger root is really great. It's a medicinal use in China. People love to use their ginger in all sorts of things. So all those chicken soup recipes from the Asian countries, they all have ginger root, and they're all just wonderful for you when you have a cold or anytime. All right, now let's just grate this. This is a ginger root grater, and I love this. It's got little tiny nodules on it. It's something that I picked up in a little shop, and I have loved using this. You can also just use a grater, but remember, ginger root has all of those little strings and striations, so you don't want all that in your sauce, but this also pulls out the juice from the ginger root, and it's just wonderful. Now let's put that in our bowl and give it a little stir. If you're chopping up ginger root, a little piece that's about a 1/4 inch thick by 1 inch by 2 inches, something like that. Doesn't take a whole lot. If you're grating ginger root, put in about 1.5 teaspoons to a tablespoon, depending on how much ginger you really like in your sauce. I like a lot of ginger in my sauce. There we go. Now I'll just get off all that I can. And let's check that chicken. Looks great. Now, the one last thing that I meant to put in my sauce, and I'm actually going to stir it through with a spoon instead of with my whisk, is a little bit of that pepper flake. So I saved just a little pepper flake, about a pinch. You want that spice in your sauce. It finishes it beautifully. So let's just stir that through. Oh, it smells so good, so good. Now, I want to check my chicken and see if I need any salt and pepper. Remember that your soy or your ponzu already has a lot of salt. I think it could use some. And I'm just checking to make sure there's no pink left. There we go. Looks great. Let's just give a good sprinkle of salt and pepper. Stir through. And now let's plate it up for service. So I have my sauce, I have a little green onion, and I have my wine. This is a wonderful Vidal Blanc. Now, Vidal Blanc has a tendency to be a little on the sweeter side, a little residual sugar, but this one is also wonderfully crisp. Yeah, there's a little floral. There's just a little sweetness there. Beautiful fruit. So here's what we're going to do. We'll take one of our lettuce leaves, and then we'll take a little bit of our chicken and some of our veg. And a little bit of our sauce. And then a sprinkling of our onion. Let's give it a taste. So good. That peanut butter and soy, and the little bit of heat from the red pepper flakes, it's just perfect with this. And with Vidal Blanc, wow, what an explosion of flavor. So I hope you'll enjoy this recipe.